What's up, guys? Rich Super Bash back out here with my TRAXXAS XRT 8S. Just had to do a repair on my chassis. I basically kind of rigged it with some epoxy. Just had a bash out here with my son Andrew. He did absolutely awesome with his fire team. Shout out to him. He finally hit the mega ramp and just nailed it. Basically just out here to test these new shock shaft kits from M2C Racing. These are a direct fit 7mm. I'm pretty sure the stock ones are 5. My last run, my stock shafts look like bananas. You'll notice they come with a 70-75 rod end. Also come with a Delrin cartridge, the O-rings, the spacers, pretty much everything you need. Obviously this is a direct fit with the stock shock body and with the spring. But in a nutshell, if you like doing big airs or bashing hard, this is a great direct fit upgrade. Quick shot of the shocks in the rear. Again, this was a perfect fit. We were going to start with 30 weight, which is kind of the stock TRAXXAS weight if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, the back was still real bouncy, so I got 60 in the rear, and I think I'm running 30 or 35 in the front. So far, my M2C chassis brace has been hanging in killer. You'll notice on the battery tray, I got a nice split here. I think effectively I have my foam in the front and just the weight of the battery pack. Maybe I landed on a rock. I'm not really sure. This is the first time it's cracked like this. Crack extends up into the center point. I decided instead of replacing the chassis for right now, I just went ahead and used a bunch of epoxy, some hot glue, and then this is a big rectangle of Kydex that I had in my garage. Surprisingly, this took some pretty hard ramp hits my last bash and held together. Still running my Hobby Star 56, 87, 1100. Love this setup. Works perfectly with the M2C motor mount. 25-30 Vitavon gears, still hanging tough. I've got my Leo 200 amp, basically the same as my Max 5. Went ahead and put in a replacement Vitavon top plate. Unfortunately, my first one busted, but they were kind enough to send me a free replacement. This is what the brace looked like on the truck, but you'll see as I pull this apart here, guys, essentially this whole area cracked right at the thicker part of the brace. You'll see, just like with the stock brace, unfortunately, these little arms are kind of hollowed out. I wish they had just made these 2 solid rail pieces, because unfortunately, if you look from the side, there's really not a whole lot of meat on there. Still running my M2C bell crank. I've got my Silky Smooth 3-piece M2C center drive shaft. Again, I think I busted like 7 or 8 of the stock bell cranks. Definitely the weakest spot on this truck, in my opinion. Ever since we got that sorted, I started driving the truck a little bit harder, definitely bending the stock 5mm shocks. Just had to straighten my rear drive shaft in the vise. These stockers bend pretty easy, and I did end up putting in a new ring and pinion gear. Not sure what happened, but I did have some rocks kind of jam under there. Maybe it just torqued on the gears. I am running my Hot Racing diff covers, both front and rear, and the aluminum suspension tie plates. Today I've got my back flips, which are still pretty much my favorite overall tire. And again, I've got the M2C Racing plus 15mm extended axles and 24mm lugs. Overall, I'm still digging this truck. It's definitely a lot lighter than the Creighton, but she's still my favorite. Just had her out too, and I'll throw that footage in as well. You'll see the front's still pretty bouncy with 30 weight. I'll probably go 40 or 50 next run. As always, we try and do our best with these prototype parts. Just get them absolutely dialed before they're ready for production. Oh, getting sideways. Well, she's taking some rough hits today, guys, but that's the whole point of getting these shocks tested right. Oh, that was brutal. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Unfortunately, it looks like I stripped out the stock plastic servo horn. One more plastic bit to just pull off the sucker. Quick look at the shafts so far. No signs of leakage. They're nice and straight. Definitely have to work on the dampening. You'll see how springy that sucker is. Same for the back. So far, everything's looking nice and tight. Definitely going to throw in some other footage from the last few test runs. Huge shout out to my son Andrew for getting out with me. He's just absolutely killing it. Both with his fire team, the Outcast MT410. He's driving all kinds of rigs now. All right, guys, until next time. Late. Beautiful. Gorgeous, son. Well, Andrew's definitely digging the little MT410. Beautiful. Oh, that was gorgeous, son. Whoa! Whoa! Nice. Oh, that was so perfect, son. Oh, sick. Oh. Oh, Andrew D. Oh, beautiful. So again, you want to get your speed nice and early. Don't hit yourself. That's rule number one. And just shoot for the center of the ramp. Oh, gorgeous, son. You're good. Can you see your truck? Nice. Nice, Andrew. Nice. That was awesome, son. Yeah. Oh! 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 Andrew D is going to try Old Orange Darling for the first time. We're almost at basically LVC, but might have a jump or two left. Forget the body, Andrew. There goes the front body again. Oh my gosh, I love this truck, son. It's definitely deserving of a new body. It's been, I think, almost 2 years now. Nice. That was awesome, Shelby. Nice. Whoa. Uh-oh. Is she going? Oh, dang. That was a little bit rough, but yeah, just a standoff?
Yeah, just
oh, good.
Standoff.
Good.
Here, look at my body.
Your body does look a little.
I loaned you that body. Look what you've done to it.
Oh my gosh.
The body was already met.